this thing on?
Yep. And with no intro. Now we can't do a damn intro video unless we get the professional plan.
Get the guitar out.
Right? Every single show. Just,
Yeah.
just a little bit to start out the thing.
Yeah, that's a little ditty I wrote the other night while I was out squatching.
Hey, Robert. Squirrel's in chat. Won't come on live, but she's in chat.
That's what you need to do. Take sections of our community chat between us,
Yeah.
just us, and copy and paste it and put it into AI and let it make it a song. That would be hilarious.
We get kicked off just for our intro. Yeah.
I know. Hey, I can see chat. I like this. Robert, Misty, Philip, Katie G, Mark D, Clarko, Michelle. How y'all doing?
Well, guys, to everybody, hey, you're having a good weekend. Happy Saturday.
John, Richard.
Yep. Glad to see it. Look at everybody jumping on a Saturday in the middle
Heck
of the
yeah.
What are y'all doing? Hey,
Mr. Goblin, Mr. Mississippi, Lawrence.
We'll give it 1 minute to let a couple people get on before we start talking.
I'm telling you, get the guitar out. I could probably get some spoons, or I could drum on something.
I will pay you $10 if you go get spoons and start playing spoons.
Don't tempt me. We got a washboard and everything, so if I figure out how to hook it up to that amp in there, we'll be jamming.
I'll do rhythm guitar. You play the spoon.
Look, highlight Philip Miller's comment in all capital letters. It's too hot outside. I agree with you, because I went outside and sat down going to do the show, and I got right back up and come in here. Nope, not doing it. So it feels like 116. It's 91, but it feels like 116. If it feels like 116, guess what it is? It's 116. That's Spencer. Did you freeze up? Everybody cooking, trying to keep the air conditioner going. Spencer done froze up on me, y'all. Greg, somebody get in here and help me. Misty, help me. Was that me or you?
Now?
Something
what is it? Every time I go live, my internet goes down.
I don't know. Misty probably planted a bug. He's fixing to kick it out in the front yard. Uh-oh. I do this all the time. I wasn't going to do nothing. And I can't control anything. I can't highlight y'all. Pyro, you right. That's
every time I go live, my internet goes down.
They're after you.
I don't even understand what else it could be.
Dial up.
No, it's not dial up.
Yeah, Pyro said he can't believe we used to haul hay in this mess. I can't either. Y'all, the first time I ever hauled hay, I was volunteered. I was about 13. My dad, you need to get out and go haul hay with Jerry, his brother. I'm like, oh God. So we went, and I didn't know anything about it. They had done it all their lives. They would do it 24 hours a day. That's where they made money. And come into our store on the first lunch break. Man, I'm about dead, y'all. And my daddy said, what you been doing? Throwing up? And I said, no, but I almost did 2 or 3 times. Well, throwing up was like throwing the bales up off the ground onto the trailer. I didn't know that. And they made fun of me. They still make fun of me about that. Hey, Roger, you been throwing up? No, but I almost did.
I almost got there.
Oh boy, I was that close a couple times. But I was telling the truth. Then you go eat beanie weenies and saltine crackers and get you a Sprite and moon pie, and then puke all that up in the in the barn.
When I was like 19 years old, I was working on a paving crew for about a year. That's actually where I started dipping. But your boots would melt. Like once a month, you had to buy new work boots standing on asphalt.
Be slick under the bottom.
But it was so hot, like you couldn't even eat. This day, whenever I work, like all throughout the week, I don't eat all day long. I eat dinner.
Yeah.
That's what I eat. But man, you talk about getting sick. If you're that kind of heat, when you're out there in the summer and you're standing on the asphalt, and if you eat lunch, you're gonna throw it back up.
Yeah, and there's certain things you don't eat for lunch.
Oh, and dairy,
and because because it's not good at 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock.
Well,
and it will revisit.
You don't taste it twice.
Yeah. I remember first time I really got into some alfalfa hay. That stuff when when people talk about hauling hay and stuff, and you say alfalfa, and you say, "Oh, how heavy that is." I remember going home, and I don't know, and up in the middle of the night, because we think it get dark. You're like, "Oh God, thank God!" They turn lights on. I'm like, "Oh shit!" So here we go, and it's like, when do we stop? When we're done, I'm like, it's still like 1,000 bales out there. Yep, we gotta get done.
You know, mowing the lawn doesn't bother me, but for some reason, if I get around straw or hay, I'll get, especially moving it whenever the dust comes off of it. Damn, that stuff chokes me up, and I'll get to coughing and hacking and sneezing, and I don't know what, but
well, excuse me, y'all. I'm still, I'm on the good end of it, but it's still rough. But yeah, I remember getting back, being up in that hay loft and everything, and I thought, man, I can still taste that stuff, and went in the bathroom and blew my nose and everything. There was all of that hay. I don't know if it's coming out of my sinus cavities or where, whatever. But we probably should have used masks back then. There's no telling what my lungs look like.
Oh,
look at all these people. Everybody showing up. What y'all doing? We ain't doing nothing. Spencer's smoking something on the grill, and I'm sitting here wheezing.
A brisket.
Them things are tough. Tough to do. What's everybody doing? Jumped. That don't surprise me. What Misty say? She used to jump out of a hayloft.
Hey, Roger.
Yes, sir.
Listen, my internet keeps freezing up. Even though this wasn't going to be long, I still wanted to just sit here and BS for a few minutes. But in case this goes south, you may have to talk for a few minutes by yourself, and I'll try to jump back on. But let's get to the overall context of everything. Everybody knows why we're on here. In case my internet dies, it's already frozen up like 3 or 4 times. So, for everybody that doesn't know, Roger joined the Untold Radio Network with Doug Highcheck, and he essentially has a new kind of show, new platform. I don't know how you describe it, Roger.
Well, there's been a little bit of confusion, because it is confusing a little bit. So right now I'm on my channel. Right now I'm on my channel, which
that's a way to clarify it.
Okay, right. Because I've had a lot of people asking me, like, what does that mean? I'm like, well, I guess it is a little different, because to come and say hey to us, come normally to the Squatchin Holler channel right here. When we have those shows once a week, they'll be over on Untold Radio Network, and then you'll be able to afterwards listen to them on all the podcast platforms, whichever one's your favorite one. And that'll be hard to get used to. We're still going to do the same thing as, still going to go live and do all that. We'll just have to change a few little things, because we have to keep in mind that we have people listening later that can't see. But we're still going to, somebody's got pictures and stuff like that, we're going to show them. So that way, if you hear something over on Spotify and you're like, wait a minute, what are they looking at? Well, then you can say, well, that's episode 3. Then you can go back over to Untold and look at our, playlist and look it up and see what we're looking at. So that'll still work. And the live stuff is what I enjoy. I mean, it's y'all know how much fun it is with the crowd that shows up. But we will do stuff here, but it'll be more things that won't translate to a podcast. Like we'll be live out in the field, or we'll be hanging out with Greg and Spencer and them or whatever, and we'll be just shooting a shit or whatever. So we're still gonna do this. I mean, that was one of my main things. I had a few things that I needed before I decided to go ahead with it. And another thing, what's fun is having a crew like we have. It's funny how it all happened. Just like I knew I needed a co-host, but I'm like, I don't know, how I'm going to do that. So it's funny how things work out, and we're just excited that more people are going to be exposed to our idiot stuff. But no, here's the thing. When I started this, I had a kind of a plan. Me and Spencer we were talking to Cam Buckner, and we had a really good conversation, and Cam was like, look, you find your own way. He told Spencer and them, don't change anything y'all are doing. Y'all are unique. Y'all got something good going on. And so I kind of had a plan in mind. I just didn't realize this was the way we'd go about it. And I feel like we can stay true to what we've been doing and just hit the ground running. So we're not looking to change anything at all. Matter of fact, this yourself. They've been looking for some Southern representation for a while now, and and so that's what we'll be. Y'all shut up. But yeah, I was when it came about. I knew something was fishy was going on, and then he's like, "Hey, I need to talk to you tomorrow." I'm like, "Oh, Doug did," and I'm like, "Okay." I'm like, what in the world could that be? So who Reinhardt? I'm like, Reinhardt, what's going on? Are you Southern? I hide my Southern really well. And this is I'm worse than this, y'all. But anyway, he didn't say unique. He didn't want to say weird. Yeah. But Spencer, I had no idea when we started all this where it was going to end up. And I still don't know where it's going to end up, but here's what I do know. I feel like I say the Southeast, but then we get Patrick Noble and Hillary will get mad at me because I didn't get West Virginia in there. So, but we're gonna hopefully represent the area, a big area, and it's all the people we know. Because a lot of people focus on Bluff Creek with good. That happened 50 years ago.
Yeah.
That's awesome to go relook at everything, and a new group of people come in and look at it. You have these pockets that are famous for good reason. Hanobi, Falk, Arkansas, a lot of these places that you hear about, there's a reason, but there's a lot of places that are not that known about, and there's a reason. We all keep things to ourselves. We share with people we trust, and going back to the days of the revenuers coming around and sniffing around your steel. And I talked to a guy the other day. He said, my family never sold 1 ounce of moonshine, but they bartered with it, and it's how they provided for their family. And you get all of that, and then you get people come in with the TVA and kick people off the land. Some people end up with good jobs, and you got distrust there. You got LBL, for instance. There's nobody in any of those families that trust the what. So there's a big trust issue. So the
Yeah.
sharing of personal things like this, because this is very personal. If you can't tell me that Greg and Flat Rock and PJ and her husband Paul, and you're talking about really personal to them. So we understand why it's not shared as much, because people don't trust how it's going to be shared. So we're always going to keep in mind the culture and our and our backgrounds, and I think this can be done, and it can be done the right way.
I, I
But anyway,
think I think that just my personal thoughts are, number one, for anybody that doesn't know who Doug Hychek is, he is the producer creator of Monster Quest. And ooh,
ow,
big,
it got me over here.
but so here's my take on it. If somebody that is part of us, one of us, that is part of our family, and we have a pretty big coalition of people that we know and spend time with, and I mean, we're all, I don't want to go into a philosophical thing, but there's a difference between whenever you see a show the way that we do it and the kind of people that we are. There's a difference between us and a lot of the shows that are trying to put out the most sensationalized stuff to get a bunch of hits on YouTube. I don't care. I'm not complaining. That's not my line of country. That's not what we do. And so, number one, Roger, I'm proud that Doug would pick you, because your show is a perfect example, and you have really good guests. You do a really good job with the interviews, you and Amanda, well, the whole team, but y'all do really good on the show. So if you can get on a platform that, God willing, will give you more exposure, in my opinion, it does nothing but benefit all of us, for all of us that do it for real. But for the sake of everybody out there in YouTube land that doesn't just get on there and make YouTube videos about cryptids, but actually gets out there, looks for them, knows stuff about them. House. Stop, man. I'm trying to, that's fucking funny though, so I gotta. I'm trying to be serious, Greg. You could get your ass on here.
Where you at, Greg?
He's taking Abby to get her ears pierced. But my point is this: a rising tide lifts all boats. If Roger can get more publicity and be on all of the podcast replay things like Spotify and Apple and all that kind of crap, here comes the rain. It does nothing. We have nothing to hide. It does nothing but push people towards those of us that are the real deal and are legitimate with what we're doing and what we're showing. So for me, I see it as a great thing. Can you hear me over top of this rain?
Yeah.
And I would say this, please, everybody. Roger, do you know when you're going to do your first official kickoff show?
Right now, we've got August 7th. We've got to get a lot of stuff done. We're getting close. August 7th, and I was thinking, what better way to and I thought about this, like what should be show number one, right? So I've got things to think about. and I've got a lot of people I can talk to, a lot of people in chat, a lot of people I know personally. Probably could have went and got somebody here or there, and I'm thinking, this is going to be the first show, and to stay true to what we've been doing, we're going to throw Greg Howes and Kumbo on them first thing.
Are you limited to 1 hour?
No, they look. They're not either. They just do 1 hour and cut it off. I can go as long as I want to.
Oh, okay. First of all, you cannot do 6 hours. You can't do 6 hours.
No,
but you can't do 1 hour. And I don't know what time of day you're going to do it, but you should probably talk to Kumbo and say, look, dude, you need to eat before you come on the show. This is the flagship show, and we don't. Greg said up in front. Yes.
we're gonna douse that son of a bitch and light it up first thing. But no, I put a lot of thought into it. And Spencer, he'll tell you this. He looks at analytics, and there's hardly any names. There's probably a dozen names searched out there dealing with Bigfoot, and Kumbo is one of the top. And then so I'm thinking, okay, if I can get him and Greg, and they either gonna absolutely be hooked, or they're gonna be like, what in the hell? So, and I'm okay either way.
I was okay. Let them be the what in the hell.
This is us. Yep.
Yeah.
We're somebody that messed up and give us a key to this thing. we're fixing to talk. So yeah. So the thing is, the way it works in TV and all this, we all know this, but we really don't think about it. Let's say if somebody interviewed Spencer for 3 hours, they're gonna pick 3 minutes that they want out of that, right? Yep. And because they don't understand maybe what they're alluding to here or there, what Spencer's talking about, may not want to show it. We are gonna we're gonna be ourselves first of all, because I'm not going to get up there. Somebody joked with me. I think it was Pyro. Now don't be trying, be sounding like a paraphrasing, like a goofy radio guy. I said, I ain't gonna do that. So for some reason, but there's some things that I've been exposed to in the past few years with y'all that I absolutely do not understand why it hasn't gotten more publicity. And I don't know whether it's this thinking in the country, when people when they talk about the South and they've never been there. It's like, somebody trying to explain to me Wyoming, me never being there, some people are not really exposed to it, and we're just going to show them how we, it's like Spencer's actually sitting on the porch right now talking, y'all. And that's the way we're going to do it, because some of the best times, that I can remember, they're either sitting on the porch or around a fire.
Hold on.
What?
Hold on. No, before you go mainstream and all national, hold on. I'm gonna call bullshit on you while we're live, because you're supposed to be sitting out. Roger was supposed to be show, and I cut a cigar, and this is not a cheap cigar. I cut a cigar, and I was like, well, I'll go sit outside. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it.
Look, I sat out on the porch for about 2 seconds. It's too hot. Got an air conditioner in here. And I ain't even got no tea either, so I can't lie about that.
I'm going to just start calling you Hollywood. Hollywood said this. Hollywood said that.
Yeah, whatever. Dang, excuse me, y'all. But yeah, I don't know if it's really sunk in yet. I mean, it is a big deal and it's not a big deal, right?
Right.
It's just a Bigfoot show. I mean, and everybody ain't into that. Um, but to start not even knowing how to turn a mic on and hook it up to this thing and going and trying to figure things out on my own and contacting Spencer and Misty and other people like, hey, I need tech help. Can you help me? And then we'd all help each other out. And um, I didn't know I didn't know what I was doing, so all I could do was just be like me, just hanging around. So uh apparently there's some people out there that like just sitting around and talking, and there's some people I don't get me wrong, I love watching a good well done video of some boots on the ground or some discussion of evidence or something like that. Um we've never I don't know how to do all that. So with people like Greg and Kumbo and Spencer and whoever, that a lot of y'all in chat, we have to paint those pictures, those fancy pictures with words. And the easiest way to do that is just tell the truth, and that's one thing I love about this community is it's almost like, I don't know how to put this. It's almost like embarrassing a little bit when something does happen and you're like, God, y'all ain't gonna believe what just happened, y'all. I don't want to
Oh
tell
no.
everybody, I don't want to tell everybody really because it's, you know, I can't believe it. And there's some things that's happened to me I still can't believe it happened. But like I said, it this group here that's in the chat, Spencer, y'all, it ain't like it happened in the backyard, so to speak. It was at places where there were hot spots or there was activity before, or a week before, or 10 years before. So anyway.
I I think that, you know, just like we have always conducted ourselves, which is just being honest. So it's not a hard thing to do. But I think as long as you're presenting the one thing in the Bigfoot world that I absolutely hate are the people that let the there'll be some people that go to a conference and they get to be speakers and they think they're superstars or something. And in my head, I'm like, it's Bigfoot. There are no experts. The best we have is people that have experienced the real deal stuff, and we get together and we compare notes and we talk to each other. But I don't like the televised kind of look of everything where it seems like it's highly produced. But at the same time, to a degree, you almost need that to get the message out that this shit is real. But I think as long as we stick to who we are, it doesn't really matter the platform. The bigger the platform, the better. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit biased. I think those of us that know each other, especially a lot of us in the South, not saying anything against the Northerners, but a lot of us in the South had the same kind of mentality and the way that we go about doing things. And I would be happy for a lot of the world to pay attention to Bigfoot in the South because Bigfoot in the South is way more active than a lot of people understand. I mean, if you're new to Bigfoot and you get on the BFRO, you're like, oh my God, Washington State and California is where it's at. And there are a lot of little people that never get their moment in the spotlight that really should. And there are a lot of people that know information on this subject that they only talk to a handful of people. They don't want to go live. I mean,
Yep.
I know like you, we have a show and we talk to people and they're like, hey, I'm going to show you guys this, but I don't want it to go public. And man, if we could all show the stuff that people asked us not to show, which we're not going to show.
I know.
If we could show the stuff, I mean,
and look, it's tough to even say that
holy
because
crap,
we
I'm
don't.
getting rained on.
Well, we don't want y'all to think that we're holding stuff back from you. But the reason we share that we get to see stuff that other people don't is to let you know, hey y'all, I hope we can someday. But there's evidence out there. It's just amazing. And another thing, you know, you talking about the numbers, the reports. I said on a show the other night, I kind of laughed about the official reports because I said I can take three people that I know personally, and the number of views in one state could go up 1,000% if they reported theirs. Three
Wait.
people.
Hold
Go
on.
ahead.
Hold on. If you go on the BFRO and you look for Hollins, Alabama,
It ain't on there.
well, you and I know where it is, but
Right.
yeah, if you look for that, there's no results for that, but we know 30 people that live right there that are going to tell you all the stuff that happens right there. The whole thing is convoluted. Man, it's raining like hell, and my brand new smoker is out in the rain, and I'm positive that my brisket is probably dropped down to 150 degrees right now, and I'm going to ruin an $80 brisket because I'm on here talking to y'all.
Well, go fix your brisket. Adjust your brisket.
Well,
No, it's kind of humbling a little bit. I mean, I y'all just don't know. I haven't until something happens. That's when I get excited about it. Then I was going to get excited about it. I said, wait a minute, this is kind of a responsibility a little bit. If this is going to be done right, it's got to be done right. And I told my team, I said, y'all. They said, what are our goals? And I told them, I said, my first goal is to be the best show on Untold Radio Network, and then we'll go from there.
That wouldn't be hard to do. Chris, I love you. You're Chris and Roger's show will be the top.
But you know, you gotta you don't have unreal expectations.
Yeah.
But you gotta have some kind of direction, you know, and I'm not I don't have a fire lit under me to do certain things or whatever. But another thing with this, and Spencer probably knows this, when you deal with the people we're dealing with, other opportunities may arise, and that just puts more spotlight on. Well, when I say us, I mean all of us. You know,
Yeah.
I mean to me, um, I told Doug, I said, you know, if you ever need help down this way, I said I'm not. I mean, if he needed like some B-roll footage or something of something, you know, here close by, that's what I was saying. That would be cool to help out with some behind the camera stuff. You know, I don't know if that would ever happen, but when you expand out, I'm stepping outside my comfort zone, y'all, just to big time. So it's been, but I tell you what, it has done. I have had long conversations with Doug and some of his people, and they're not used to talking to Southerners, I don't think. And I mean that with all respect, because you know, I went into this thing thinking, okay, how do I want to handle this? So, well, oh, thank you. Yeah, we're. I told Doug, I said, yeah, we're on a Temu budget. Then I told Spencer, this thing was cheaper here. I should have been going, you know, this way, but anyway, thank y'all. I appreciate everybody, all the kind words and stuff. I don't even know what I was saying because it's just
Well, Roger, the bottom line is Doug Highcheck saw something in you that he said, hey, this guy represents a part of whatever, or on his own, he's got enough talent to really pull this off and do it. So I think number one, no matter what, everybody is super proud of you getting more uh, publicized, pushed out, and everything. But also, I mean, we all know you. I mean, can you imagine? Can you imagine? Our show is almost 3 years old now. Who the hell would have ever thought that? But can you imagine 3 years ago? Did you think you would be doing a nationally syndicated podcast on fucking Bigfoot?
No.
Kudos to you. Just, I know you'll keep it real. It, I, I don't think that we're all tagging along with you, but I'm proud that you're going to be one of the people representing us and everything down here. I know you're going to do it justice. I know you're going to do a good job. If you got Greg and Kumbo on there for the first show, though, damn it, son.
How do you follow that, right?
You better be careful. Be careful. The damn ride into stardom will be over before it starts.
Yeah. No, hey, you know what? If it all ends that first show, they the ones that asked for it, right?
Hey, if the producer of Monster Quest is not ready for all of this, it is what it is.
Now, he did. Now, y'all, when we say, we don't separate, if somebody's from Minnesota or Italy or whatever, everybody's along. I worked at our store for years. I met people from all over the world. But when we talk about Southern stuff and Northern stuff, there is a little bit of difference, and there is. The way the way you were brought up, the way we were brought up, some of us kind of overlap, and we're not, like setting that, like Michigan to the side or whatever. I have friends from Michigan, so it's hard to talk about things like that without people getting butt hurt. But Doug said something on his show that first night. He said he gave Southern folks a compliment. He said the Southern guys. And he said the Southern guys and the Northern guys are all great. He said, but I'm telling you, the Southern folks just think different. And I think where he getting that from is because, I have questions, and I don't care who's talking. If I'm there and I have the opportunity to ask questions,
Yes.
or if I can interject something to make something make sense to them or whatever, we're helping each other. So, we've brought up some things on their show. I've been on there twice in the past 2 weeks, and there's been little things that they've never been a part of, and we have. It's just it's how you grow up, and I think from knowing people from all over, there's country people everywhere. I don't care where you live, in north, south, east, west, top, west corner. There's country folks living all over this country, really. Now, when we talk about Appalachia and some of the stuff that went on here and the distrust, there's still a little bit of that goes on. There's still some of those family members that, be careful, watch them.
Hold on. You keep talking. I swear to God, I have to go check on this brisket for 1 minute.
All right. You never been to Hootenanny. I know, right? I mean, let's listen, see what he's doing, see if he cusses y'all. But no, I want to use this opportunity to thank y'all, all of y'all. We see the comments, and I feel like, I almost quit because it got to be too overwhelming because I couldn't do it all myself. And then, Heather had to give her credit because, I told her, I said, I think I need a co-host. And I said, you think you could help me? And that's just something she don't do, And I said, well, I'm going to have to find somebody to help me. And so things happened, and, I had a couple other people in mind, y'all hear this first. I'm not going to say who, but I had a couple people in mind, and things just happened to work out. So, and the reason I like our crew that we have, we're all on the same page as far as how we think about things, and they've had experiences also. So it's not like you're grabbing somebody that read books all their life and was interested in the subject, which is great because you need researchers. You need all types of researchers when you're doing stuff like this. And we call them couch researchers or whatever. Sometimes that's a derogatory thing to people that watch the video and never do anything, and then get mad at you, right? Like, why didn't you do this? Why didn't you do that? You should have done this.
What?
But you go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say the armchair researchers. You can take it derogatory, but hold on. I've seen stuff that people that are sitting in a house all day long because of, for whatever reason,
Yep.
they can't get out, they can't get in the woods physically, and they're watching this stuff and examining it with a fine-tooth comb, and they'll send somebody that posted a video and say, hey, look at this exact time on the video and look right here, and they found stuff. It's a group effort. It takes everybody. I don't care if you can get in the woods or not. I don't care if you're from the north and you have a different perspective. I don't care if you're a TV producer and your thing is getting the best guests on. Whatever. It takes everybody.
Yep.
The more the information gets out there, though, in my opinion, the better. I don't care how it happens. In this case, the end justifies the means to me.
Yeah. It's I think Amanda was the first one. She's, I know y'all say you know basement researchers or whatever, but people are built different. You know, some person, I wanted to be a detective. I had all the skills I needed except the stomach. I couldn't stand the smells and the sights and the heartbreak and stuff. So everybody's built different. So Spencer, if I send you 12 hours of audio to go over, what are you gonna do?
I'll go over it.
Yeah, bullcrap. You ain't gonna go over 12 hours.
I will.
But you know what I mean? I can't do that. My mind won't let me do that. Now, if I got to read out and I can see the little bumps or whatever, I can go to that or whatever.
No,
I can. But everybody, to build a team, you don't want everybody that's the exact same talent, right?
that is
You
true.
you gotta figure out who makes this team better. What do they bring to the table? What are my weaknesses as a team leader? What I need help with?
It's like a recipe. It takes different kinds of spices put in there to come together to get that taste that you're looking for. Yep. And what he's saying is true. I mean, that's how it works. But on the audio, I would go over it. I listen to 12 and 16 hours worth of audio while I'm playing Spider Solitaire, and if anything pops off, I click off, I pause it, I go back, listen to it, I write down the time, then I come back and evaluate it. That's how I do it.
Oh, yeah. And look, Spencer gets on to me because I get a little nostalgic, or, I get a little sappy sometimes, but I want everybody to do well. And I was kind of worried about this. Like, this was going on for a couple weeks before I even said anything. Thank you, Misty. Before I said anything to y'all, y'all were some of the first ones. It's just I had to, my team, we were going over things or whatever, and I had to think about everything this could affect, and in the future, and the relationships and all that. If I do this way, how is it going to be? If I do that this way, and I'm thinking, Spencer says you're overthinking it. Like, shut up, Roger. Just keep doing what you're freaking doing. It don't matter. And you know what? It's not the same little old $60 camera and this stuff that I built up a little at a time from ad revenue and stuff, it's going to be the same thing, and my attention is going to be the same thing. And but I do feel that responsibility in a way. But I feel like with I feel like with y'all and these people in chat, ain't nobody gonna let my head get big. So let's put it that way.
You know that's true.
Yeah, yeah. And look, that's the funniest thing to me. Catherine McSwain, I won't never forget this. Uh, come up and I was joking about my accent, and she was like, "Oh, don't you be, don't you be down in yourself or whatever." Um, the fact that there are people that kind of like me and being goofy, I eat that up. I love it. I love to make people laugh. I like if if somebody can have a better day because I said something stupid, I'm gonna be that guy. So I know, I know y'all awful. Y'all, man, you won't get too high around here. That's for sure. That'll snatch you plumb back down out of the tree.
Oh, oh yeah. Oh my God, my friends are my worst critics.
Oh yeah, yeah. Wendell, thank you. Uh, I don't, I don't, I don't know where it comes from. I just tell y'all that. There's sometimes I'll be like, I have a great guest on, and I'm all leaned up and I'm listening, and I'm like, oh my God, that was a great statement. Oh my God, that give me something to look at. And I don't know what to say next. And then something to come out, and I'm like, where the F did that come from? That was pretty cool. Like I'm not thinking 8 questions ahead because I like focusing on what's going on right then. And every now and then something to hit me while they're talking, and I'll write it down or whatever. But it's just been a fun. I don't know. Have I been doing this 2 years yet? I don't know.
Yeah, at
2 years.
least
Okay,
almost 3.
y'all. The the first time the Bigfoot conference is today. The Gatlinburg one. And my dad passed away in 2022 on July 22nd. So that 23, we decided to go. Me and Peyton go to Gatlinburg and Sevierville and just see some of his favorite places. And went to that Bigfoot conference. Didn't know what to expect, and that's the one I ended up on stage at. But I about chickened out, and I'm like, you know what? No, let's do this because the thing is, if I didn't know what I was talking about, I should have been nervous. But all I was doing was recounting what happened to me. So that's all they needed. So I did it, and I was scared to death. And I didn't see the crowd or whatever. But the point I'm getting to is we went the first Bigfoot conference, Gatlinburg, I ever went to. I ended up on stage, and then that gave me the confidence to try this and panicking. Y'all, the panicking was something going wrong. I didn't know how to fix it. Misty's text, and it was so funny. But
As much stuff as you've been through and experienced in your life, you were panicking about this?
yeah. Look, some of the I told Greg the other day, I said some of this stuff that's happened to me, you know, uh, just like meeting a certain person or whatever. Usually that's what 5, 10 seconds, maybe. Sometimes you'll get to hang out with somebody for 2 or 3 minutes. So they're. And you're like, oh man, I was hanging out with whatever. But um this here it's like the first time I ever wrote anything and kind of showed people because I wrote a lot of stuff when I was younger and I didn't show anybody. When you make that first step to like, okay, here I'm laying it out there. This is, laugh at me, cuss me out, whatever. That's kind of what this was. Once I told my story and then, all right, so there's a difference in telling your story and um I don't say interrogating people, but at some time, you have to be paying attention if you want to ask good questions. So
Yeah.
it's different. And it was tough, y'all. It was early on was tough. Yeah, if y'all go back and watch my very first episode, I had the green wall here. I still got all the stickers and all the signs and stuff up. And the first one there was nothing. And then people started giving me stuff, little stickers and stuff, whatever. And to go back and watch the evolution of how everything happened is kind of funny. I was embarrassed. I watched a couple episodes the other day. I couldn't watch all of it. I was just wanting to watch just a few minutes. And one, I just running my mouth, y'all. But I would like to been in Gatlinburg today just for because there's a lot of people we know there. Been kind of fun.
Have you ever been to Gatlinburg? Whenever it's the busy season, it literally takes 6 hours to get off the highway to get in there.
Yeah,
That's why there's so many cabins in Gatlinburg, is because people got stuck in traffic and they literally abandoned their cars and said, "Fuck it, I'll build a cabin." The traffic is horrible.
yep, yep. There's only certain times a day. I remember Peyton was a baby. Keely was just born, and that's when I walked up on that bear downtown. I was going to go fishing. The place we stayed had a creek running through it, and every Thursday, I believe it was, they would dump out trout. And I went down. Yeah, so I went down and I was looking at the little pools and eddies and stuff, and I could see some tails under the rocks. And I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go. I brought my little micro equipment, and I had to go get a like a 3 or 4 day fishing permit for that.
Yeah.
And so I went to Walmart and everything. And the early morning is about the only time you can get around Gatlinburg. And I mean, the Coca-Cola guy's not out yet. So, but there's nothing open. But it's so peaceful that area is. But man, by 9 o'clock, there's people everywhere. But I love it now. I still love the place.
The last time I was in Gatlinburg, the cabin that we stayed in, and I've been there a bunch because I'm only 2.5 hours above it. But the last time I was there, the cabin that we stayed in actually had a pamphlet. Like, well, it wasn't even a pamphlet. It was like a laminated paper, like a 12x9 laminated thing on the coffee table, and it was like rules of the cabin. Most of the stuff was dumb. I mean, it was like basic things like clean up after yourself and tie up the trash and take it out and put it in the trash can before you leave. But like literally a good 1/3 of the paper, that thing was, do not try to pet the bears. Do not try to feed the bears. Don't give the bears alcohol. Do not try to call the bears and get them in your hot tub. Do not go near the bears. And it's like, and at the end of the day, it's like the safety warnings on the back of a shampoo bottle. You know that the reason they had to produce that is because somebody tried to give the bears like booze and get them in the hot tub. I mean, that's why they produced that. That's what Gatlinburg is like. Sorry.
No, you're good. No. I mean, that's what's funny about signs. For them to be signs, somebody had to screw up.
Somebody tried it.
Yeah. And I, if I was 15 and left unattended in Gatlinburg, I might be trying to feed bears beer too. So back in the day, now I know better. So thank y'all. I see the nice comments. Thank you. Now we've got some ideas to keep things a little fresh. We're doing the same thing. We may add a little thing here or there just for fun. But yeah, Spencer, read that list again, those rules to Misty Haynes. Out of all the people in the chat, I think she's the one
that. Can I pet that dog? Can I pet that dog? Can I pet that dog?
Yeah. How many people we got in here?
65.
Y'all, so here's what I'll do. Y'all, on the Woodwalkers Facebook page, Doug always posts a link to shows there, but I'll go ahead because my algorithms, because I interact with y'all all the time. If I post something, you're all liable to see it, you know, rather than somebody else. So I'll do that every week for y'all to until we can get used to it. So you can follow the link. I'll probably always do that. If I don't, say something to me.
So is the timeline for your shows, it's going to stay roughly the same, right?
Yep, same. 7 o'clock on Thursdays, Central.
So if everybody that is already subscribed to the Squatchin Holler channel, if they if are they still going to get the notifications?
No,
Oh,
and that's part of the confusion. Yeah, it stopped raining.
no, it didn't. But you need to talk about that,
Oh,
motherfucker.
well, you know how I am. I'm all over the place. No, so no, it's a totally different StreamYard. We're using theirs. So it's Untold Radio Network YouTube channel. So that's where the alerts will come from. So go and subscribe to Untold Radio Network YouTube channel, and then you can get the alerts. And Buster, I don't know what happened to Buster. Somebody accidentally deleted Buster off of my YouTube. And it's not funny because I tried every way in the world to figure out how to get him back. And I can't do it. I mean, I don't know how to do it.
Once one of the moderators uh blocks somebody,
Yeah, I
it
think so.
it's freaking impossible. We've tried a couple times.
Yeah. And with so anybody that's had that problem, you go and do the untold. And another thing too, and I hate to say this, but you could start another YouTube channel just for watching, and you would be okay. But I tried. I got frustrated. I'm like, I don't even know. Hey, Miss Verby,
Hey, Verby.
I I felt so bad. He was sending me messages and was like, I can't watch your channel, and I'm like, I think I know what happened, but I don't know for sure what happened. But
Well,
I can't fix it.
I I will say in defense of all YouTube channels, whenever you're trying to get rid of a comment or like hit the button, it's very easy to slip up
Yep.
and accidentally
Yep.
ban somebody because the options are so close together. It's very easy to ban somebody. And whenever you have, it's freaking impossible to get them back on. I've tried every which. Oh, hey, and that brings up another thing. Just so everybody knows, if you're not getting notifications about a show, I just want you to know, number one, it has nothing to do with us that produce the shows. That's a YouTube thing. But apparently the best thing to do is to reset the account and resubscribe. A lot of people don't want to do that. I don't
Yeah.
blame. All I'm saying is that has nothing to do with us. If you become unsubscribed, there is no good answer for it. We're not in control of that.
If y'all saw the numbers, this platform is all over the place. That's why people are going to other places.
Yeah.
I can have 911 views on a video and wake up tomorrow and have 550. Where did those 400 or whatever views go? It happens to a lot of people. A lot of the stuff's not right. When they remonetized me, they took $70 from me, and I don't have any, recourse.
Well, hold on.
um,
Even if you're not, no, because you brought up the monetization thing. Let me say this too, just so everybody knows we're on the up and up. Uh, YouTube will automatically enroll you in like the monetization thing once you go beyond a certain point. And whenever it does, it's like so many funny, funky things happen on your channel that you can't control. It just changes. I'm just
yeah,
trying to tell you guys, if you think some of us little YouTube channels like actually make money off this, you are wrong. You're wrong. It would take a year accumulate $400 or $500. But YouTube does its own thing. YouTube is different than us running the channels. We do what we do and we put it out there, and there's a bunch of glitches with YouTube, and that's my only point.
I know. I was shocked. I finally had a short gain some traction. Got about 25,000 views. It was a little cicada throwing a fit and screaming. I'm like, oh yeah, man, this thing's rocking and rolling. 1,000 views. Oh no, 1,500, 10,000, 25. That damn video made 9 cents.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the crap?
How did that happen?
I don't know. I don't know. It's you know, and you got people out there that think you're making, you know, whatever. But to answer the question, yeah, anything we're signed up as a partnership, so anything that's donated and all that, it's kind of pooled. And now with our other platforms, it's just us and YouTube. Anything that goes to us goes to us. But way it is, let's just look at, say, here's the whole ball of wax right here, and then, you know, certain people get a cut here or whatever, and then the rest of it goes. So yeah, anything like that helps. Y'all, you know, if you're supporting people, I do this all the time. I'll pick somebody on Spotify or YouTube or somewhere, and especially if they got a playlist made up, and you say if it's your old buddy Jethro, and you're trying to help him out, and he's got 20 videos. Well, sometimes when I'm taking a nap, I'll go click on it and let it play, and if it's in the playlist, it'll play the next one and the next one and the next one, and all those really long commercials that he's going to make 3 cents off of get to play. So
yeah,
that's my small part of helping out. And the thing about the Spotify and iHeartRadio and all that, y'all know by listening to those, if there's a commercial comes on in the middle of it, you can't skip it. You have to listen through it and get to the next, you know. With YouTube, y'all can sit there and you can be supporting Spencer, and there'll be this dumb 2-minute and 30-second long ad, and you can sit there supporting Spencer with the best intentions, and you can get to the 2-minute and 28 mark and click off, and he gets absolutely zero credit for that. It's weird. It's weird even talking about money, but you get people, Spencer. Well, they're like, "Hey, you need a better mic." Well, God bless you. See how much them things cost.
hold on. 2, 3. You have to talk about money so that people understand. Like, for example, we've put on a couple meet and greets, and we had over 100 people at each meet and greet. Now, if we were doing a what do you call the damn things? A conference thing.
Yeah.
I mean, you would make a bunch of money. At the meet and greets, we pay for that with what comes in through YouTube. And I cannot stress this enough. YouTube, Amazon, all that kind of crap. You don't get any money from it. We just had DA on this past Sunday talking about, hey, you know, check out my book, which I hope you guys did check out the book. And if you haven't, check out DA's last book. It's I forget the name of it whenever I'm put on the spot, even though I'm reading it right now. But anyway, Dead of Winter is the name of it. Yeah, forget the other part of it. But anyway, check out that book. But like he was saying, just order the Kindle version or the audio version, because Amazon takes so much, you know, money whenever you get a copy of it. I mean, that's how all these platforms do. But the point is, damn, Robbie is great. You're right about that. The point is, on all this stuff, we're not doing it for the money. Lakeview Man, thank you, little Patty. That's right. Lakeview Man, Dead of Winter. That's the name of it. Thank you. You guys know that the Woodwalkers, we were all, me, Misty, and Greg, we were all in that book. I still can't believe he did that, but if you're going to support someone, support someone. If you're going to support Roger in his next endeavor on Doug's channel, one of the best things you could do, everybody, if you've made it this far in the damn broadcast at over 1 hour, let me say this. You want to support one of us, it doesn't cost you anything. Doesn't cost you a penny. Go to Roger's channel, like and subscribe, Squatchin Holler. Go to the Untold Radio Network, please. Like and subscribe. On Roger's first several shows,
Man,
show up, please, everybody. If you get one thing out of all of this, on his first couple shows, you need to anyway, because it's going to be Kumbo and Greg on the first one, and the whole thing may melt down after the first damn show. So please show up. Roger, what was the date?
August 7th at 7 Central.
7 Central.
On a Thursday, yep.
Okay, August 7th, 7 Central. Set damn alarm on your phone. Get on Untold Radio Network. Watch Squatchin Holler. Support Roger. Support Greg. Support Kumbo. Support Doug Highcheck if you whatever. Doug Highcheck, if you ever see this show, hey, I'm a fan. Whatever, I got to call you out as Doug Highcheck, and you're a producer. I'm sorry. It's in my blood. But everybody, watch Roger's show, and let's give him a big, big hoorah for being somebody that is one of us that is going to show all of the shit that we talk about all the time and all the stuff that we know is real. And he's going to put it out there on a national level. Please go do that.
I appreciate that. Yeah, it's y'all, I don't know if y'all realize the reputation y'all have. I'm talking to chat. Because when we have people on with maybe a little bit of a big name here or there, and they have their own shows, and they see the chat rolling like it does, and there's a few out there, but it's not everybody's, and it's impressive. So
Ronnie, I'll keep being rated. I don't care.
So I mean, and let's be honest. I know some people. I feel like some people were looking at the show before this all came up, and y'all probably are the reason this happened, because they see the engagement and they see how everybody is back and forth in chat, and with me, I've gotten used to it, and I won't do a show for a while, and I'm like, man, I need to do something. Greg does the same thing. Hey, he's always like, Spencer, let's go live, because you you might not know what Miss Judy's doing today unless she comes on here, right? Thank you, Miss Judy. Yeah, and I don't know. I really don't know all I can say is thank y'all. And for the first show, I wanted to do something I knew y'all would enjoy. And then everybody else, if everybody else does it, then that's gravy. So
this is a chance for people on a much bigger platform, on all kinds of platforms, because it's a cross-platform kind of thing that Doug does. This is a chance for a lot of people that would not normally tune into a YouTube show to be able to hear this and experience it and kind of be like, get curious about it and start to look into it. Number one, I care about the subject. I don't care about us. I care about the subject. But number two, if it's going to come down to certain people talking about the subject, certain channels and everything, obviously, I want them to listen to our channels that are affiliated with us, other channels that we think are like the real deal and everything. And Roger is the perfect person for it. He's so not, I give him hell all the time about being so, but, but Roger is the perfect person for this. And all I'm saying is for anybody that watches Woodwalkers, if you see this video, if you have not subscribed to Squatchin Holler, please do so. If you don't know Roger, reach out to him. But at the end of the day, support this recent thing that he is doing. Please, please, please. On his first several shows, make it a momentous effort to show the support behind him.
Well, and one thing Spencer he's talking about, but he hadn't mentioned, and I've talked about it, and I haven't mentioned this part of it. There's a thing going on right now on this platform where I could have 5 million views if they would turn things loose.
Yeah.
Spencer could have the same thing, but there are certain things that are they're not letting out there as much. So if you look at the views, which Woodwalkers is amazing, I always look at the ratio of subscribers and views. You see these people that have 50,000 subscribers and 85 views, that ain't worth anything. You have 3,000 subscribers like Woodwalkers and 2,500 views. That's amazing.
How does that happen?
Well, because these people are going and clicking on and they're going to the ones we're trying to reach in the feed where they're like, oh, that might be interesting. They don't show that to them. That's how you hold the numbers down. So what a lot of people are doing, and if we want the truth out there and reach more people, we have to go to other platforms because right now this one ain't helping us.
I agree. I'm not good, but I'm glad you're doing it. I agree.
I'm like, it went, I was like all excited, and all of a sudden there was a point of clarity, and I'm like, what the hell did I just do? You go to dedicated subscribers. Y'all pay attention to that. You go look and you see a show, and you may like them. I'm not saying anything bad against the people at all. No, but if you see, you say 10,000 subscribers, 100,000 subscribers, and nobody's watching, they're frustrated. So
how does it happen? I'm not, look, y'all, you have to understand, Roger, I'll leave Roger out of this completely. Me personally, I don't give two shits about YouTube and the algorithms or being famous and all that kind of stuff. All I'm saying is the platform, we have to put this out on YouTube in order for people to see it. And it's just the way we do it. And we take the subject seriously. We don't take ourselves seriously. All I'm saying is there is some bullshit. There's some manipulation with the numbers and the way this stuff happens. Because there's no way it makes any sense that you have 85,000 subscribers and your video got 987 views. We get 2,000, 3,000 views, and we have 3,000 subscribers. How does that happen?
Yeah, and it's really good. I started noticing it early on. I'm like, wait a minute, I've got 400 subscribers and I had 800 views. How does that happen? Well, I know how it happened. It took me a while to figure it out because me coming on y'all show and shooting the shit, and y'all having a whole lot more subscribers. That's what was happening. People were coming in and say, "What's this idiot going to say now?" So, but it's growing organically is what it is. It's the best way. You've got all of these people that can't wait to see y'all at 1:30 on Sunday, and y'all have a good thing going. So, but the thing is, here's another thing. So you know how easy it would be to have 4
You,
shows a week?
you knew I was going to show that live. I don't know why you typed that out. Sorry.
You know how easy it would be to do 4 shows a week
Oh yeah.
if you didn't care about the truth,
If
right?
you if you were just putting it out there,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, so, um, we're gonna stay now, we are going to explore the weird because that's part of it.
Uh,
We've all had weird stuff happen, we don't know why, so if I have to talk to somebody from somewhere to try to, you know, connect these dots or somewhere, it may not work out, but that's also good. You can say, "Okay, do not call them again." So, but anyway, that's all it's like what Forrest Gump said, like, when you do a show, it's like a box of chocolates. You don't
right.
never know
Like,
what you wanna
wait,
get.
hold up. Somebody go back and record that little section right there where Roger just quoted Forrest Gump.
Yep.
Fucking Gump of the Bigfoot world. Well, guys,
Larry, look at there. Thanks, Larry.
Larry, did you?
Misty Misty's gonna plant something with that. Y'all watch it. No, I'm kidding.
Uh,
I'm joking. I'm joking. Yeah, Larry's a heck. Look, all y'all been great supporters. Larry's been a hell of a supporter too, because um, with the memberships and stuff like that. God, you just don't know how much it helped. It helped a whole lot.
thank you, Larry.
Yep, that's
Uh,
awesome.
guys, we're gonna jump off here. This
I'm
was
not.
this
I'm
was
kidding.
a segue into Roger and keep going. I'm seriously, my fire's dying down again because the rain cooled it off so much. Uh, damn it, I'm looking at the ass end of my firebox on my smoker. Anyway, thank you for watching today. Please, if you're a fan of ours at all, go support Roger. I can't think of nobody, him and Chris both. If you haven't supported Chris on the Untold Radio Network, Chris Reinhardt, go do that. But whatever, wish them the best. Let's get some public exposure to who everybody is and the way that we do things. And brother, Roger, thank you for doing the show. And let's everybody get behind him and support him. I don't know what else to say other than what I've already said, but please rally around him on the first few shows. Get the numbers way up there. You want to anyway because it's Greg and Kumbo, and who knows what the hell they'll end up.
Whew, I don't know what to expect. Oh, and somebody asked earlier, am I gonna stay affiliated with Woodwalkers? Yeah. What the yeah.
He's gone.
There was, yeah, I'm like, "What am I gonna have to do? What am I gonna have to not do?" And I'm like, "Well, this is what I'm gonna agree to and whatever." And y'all, I'm gonna tell you something. Doug Highchet was not what I expected. And I told him before I said, "Doug, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you before this phone call, I wasn't excited. But after this phone call, getting to know you a little bit, I'm more excited now for sure." And I was real with him too. I mean, I won't go in there all that, but I didn't change a thing because I mean, this is what you're getting, good or bad. So anyway, yeah, I know. I'm excited about it. I don't even know what we'll talk about, but
Do, with Greg and Kumbo, do you really even need a plan? Just
right. And then
get them start talking.
then you got McMinnville coming up the week later that he's going to be speaking at. Greg is going to have a table for y'all there right beside mine. So I thought, yeah, that'd be some good banter.
Okay. Well, at the end of the day, can't stress this enough. We are who we are, and we're going to talk about things that we know and the things that we talk about. So we don't even really need a script. We just do this on the fly.
And what's funny is, I'll go ahead and tell you all that. Y'all have heard me say before, I see somebody that I want to interview, I cut them off in the first 2 or 3 minutes. And I go in not blind, but I do as little, I do enough research, just enough, and on that person, because I want my reactions to be real. I want my questions to be real. Now there's some that are been around a while. Yeah, you've been exposed to some of their interviews already. I like to do it a little different. My thing is, the one thing I do, and I hope y'all have noticed it, when you come to one of our shows, and whoever's on, if it's Joe down the street that had something happen in 1978, or it's a guy that's been on TV since 1978, you're going to learn something about that person other than their encounter.
That's true. Anybody wants to do a Bigfoot show, jump on Wendell's. Bigfoot 911. He's been tearing it up. He's got new pens. And in the picture, his fingernails look like fucking Dogman toe claws. Cut the damn finger claws before you make a picture.
I think that was
there.
Nope.
On Wendell's. Sorry.
Spencer. No, Spencer ain't been on yet now. Me and Greg's been on. I've been on twice, matter of fact.
I'm doing good on Wendell's show.
We'll get on there with you. We'll get about 20 people on there.
Anyway, y'all gonna jump off here. Thank you for jumping on here and watching. Roger, thank you for doing the show.
Appreciate it.
Roger. Love everybody. Hope you're having a good weekend.
Thank y'all for showing up for this.
Yeah. Just check out the show 7th.
Yeah, we'll get it figured out. I'll be sending out plenty. And of course, if you're in any groups, try this, y'all. If you see Doug post something somewhere, go like it and see if that'll change the algorithms so you're connected. So when he does post these links in other groups and stuff, that you'll be able to see them. That'll help.
Maybe. No, yeah. There's not a scheduled Woodwalker show. Sorry.
Thank you, Don.
But maybe next week. I've been talking to people. It's hard lining up this stuff with people, y'all.
Yeah.
Anyway. Y'all have a good night. Take care. Love you. See you later. Greg would say big love. What? Squirrel?
No outro?
Is that what she said? Show my comment, turd.
I don't know what she said.
What did she say?
I don't know. I got to go bathroom, though. Misty, what is it?
I don't know what comment. At this on my phone, squirrel.
Later, taters. I knew exactly what she meant.
I have no idea what I'm talking about. And like I said at the beginning of the show, apparently StreamYard has changed everything. And in order to do an intro and outro video, you have to buy a membership. It does not come with the free plan. So whatever. Look into that. I think Greg or Squirrel did some kind of hoodoo to make me get damn paid. They keep asking about it.
Me and Greg hung out with a StreamYard CEO the other night, and at a Coldplay concert, and yeah, I don't know. Something happened. Everybody would lay off. All of a sudden, I don't know what happened. Okay.
Were you kissing the CEO of the Coldplay concert?
I wasn't touching nothing.
Oh, okay.
They had all the empty beer things piled up on me. I was out.
Damn it. I got brisket. Love y'all. Gotta go. Bye.
See ya. Get out of here. Bye. See y'all.